We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Meeting start time is 6:30. Please be on time. Please turn off your cell phones and refrain from using them during the meeting, please. Please, only one person speaks at a time, and when you do speak, do it loudly so everyone can hear you in the room and everyone who's watching on our live stream tonight. We will sign anything that needs to be signed. If you turn the paperwork into us, we will get that taken care of for you. The only thing we ask of you guys is that you're honest with what you're sharing. And this is important. If you are hurting, please raise your hand early so we can address it. That's just as important as saying how awesome you're doing. If you're hurting, that's what you're here for. Let us know early, not at 7:28 right before we're done. Okay, feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. Please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into Racing for Recovery. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed out of the meeting. I really don't know why we keep saying that, because this stuff is broadcast all over the world right now. So disregard everything I said. If you don't want somebody to know that your face is on there, come up and sit up in this section here and no one will see you. But honestly, I want you to feel confident in what you're saying and doing. Let people see your face and what you're doing, right? That's a good thing. Smoking and vaping, I'm glad no one does that anymore, so we don't do that around here. And if you are going to litter, we encourage you to litter in our trash cans. All right? How about that? Who's got our lifestyles of recovery?
I do.
Go ahead, I.
My name's Sheila, and they asked me to read this at the table, so I agreed. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who's striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. The guidelines, 1 through 10, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives, wanting to promise positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality, relationships, health, and fitness. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, arts, or music to these resources will help you stay focused and motivated. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings and regarding oneself. Understanding that negative behaviors is isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyle. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that improve their lives and not further their usage. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as changes to our triumph over. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness, health, and of those affected by addiction.
Awesome. Okay, is there anybody here for their first ever Racing for Recovery support group meeting tonight? Awesome, awesome, very cool. Yeah. We are glad you're here. So what we're going to do here that's different than I think every other support group meeting that's out there. Everybody's going to go around the room and you get an opportunity to say your name and why you're here tonight. We don't do the, hi, I'm Steve, I'm an addict, hi, I'm Ginger, I'm an addict. We don't need to hear that for 20 minutes straight. We already know you did your share of self-destructive behaviors. It's more important to share who you are. So, Mark, go ahead.
I'm Mark. I am here for the support of this group to receive support and give support any way I can.
My name's Nick, and I'm here just to maintain the best version of myself.
Awesome.
My name's Alyssa, and I'm here to change your life.
I'm David. I'm just here to give and get support.
Justin,
McDonald's.
Thursday night, and they're part of my life. I've been coming here since 2016. The first meeting at this building. It took about 4 years of coming to these meetings. It's finally stuck. And I gotta keep doing what works. So.
I'm Adam. I agree with all of that. I love these meetings and I don't miss them.
I'm Sue, and I'm here for support. I'm Amanda, and I'm here because this is my home.
I'm James. I'm here for consistency and balance.
I'm Trisha. I'm here to learn.
That's Sanders Water.
Sherry, I'm here for support.
That's Sanders Water.
Hi, I'm Kate. I'm here because I love you all.
In the back.
I'm Kelly, and I'm here for support. I'm Snooki, and I'm here to get support.
I'm Zoe. I'm here because I like the people.
I'm Amber, and I'm here to stay connected and to give and receive support.
I'm Russell. I'm here because this is my life, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be than with my family.
I'm Joey. I'm here to give and receive support. It works.
I'm Seth. I'm here to learn from others' experiences.
I'm Abby. I'm here to get support.
I'm Danielle. I'm here to learn how to live a healthier lifestyle.
I'm Emily. Here to support my daughter, Mackenzie. Jess, say
Okay, well, this is Jazz. And I'm Kenzie.
That's Sanders Water.
Yeah.
I'm Matt. I'm just here to be the best version of myself.
I'm Tommy. I'm here for support.
I'm Kate, and I've never been here, so I'm here to see what it's all about.
I'm TJ. I'm here to receive support. I'm Raphael. I'm here for support until they reinvent my life.
Here we go.
I'm Michelle. I'm here for support.
My name is Treetop. I'm here for support also.
I'm Corey. I'm here for support.
I'm DeAndre. I'm here to continue to do what's been working.
I'm Frank. I'm here because I care about myself.
My name's Josh, and I'm here because I have a choice today.
That's right, Xander.
I'm Jay, and I'm here for motivation.
Motivation. Wow, we don't do that. I'm just kidding. Welcome.
I'm Zach, and I'm here to listen.
I'm Joan, and I'm here to support.
I'm Adam. I'm here for support.
I'm sure I'm here to learn a different lifestyle.
Cool. Dave or Chris? Okay.
I'm Chris. I'm here to uplift and to be uplifted.
There we go.
I'm Babs. I'm ready to carry on my successful life.
I
am also Adam.
Mountain.
I'm here putting a whole new version of me together, not a piece of the old me.
I'm Scott. I'm trying to learn patience and use the tools that you guys are going to give me to live a healthier life.
I'm Frank. I'm here to give and receive support.
I'm Nas. I'm here for guidance through recovery.
I'm Kurt. I'm here because Racing for Recovery helped me save my life.
Awesome.
I'm Anna. I'm here for support.
Yes.
I'm Brooke. I'm here
That's
because
right,
this
Xander.
meeting was an important part of me getting my recovery.
I'm shy, and Racing for Recovery has been the compass to a new journey in my life.
I'm Heather, that's Xander. This is the place where I was born, and it's the place where I'll continue to come because it's just the most inspirational, incredible place I've ever known. And why would I ever stop coming back here? It's where I grew up, you know?
Right?
I'm Maggie. I'm here to continue receiving support and continue growing.
Good stuff. Yes.
I'm Taylor. I'm here to better myself.
Good.
I'm Mike. I'm here to stay humble and to remind myself this is what saved my life. Is this place, man. I remember when I first came in here, I said, I'm here to save my fucking life. I said that probably 100 times, that I'm here to save my life. And just to be humble, man, and remain and know that this is what helped me, and don't forget. You know what I mean? Because all it takes is for you to forget. So it's like, I know I'm moving up, but still, I gotta recognize what helped me. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm here. And
I'm Jay. I'm here to get my grace and ease and strength back of my mental health and fitness.
Wow. That's good.
Philip, here to learn how to be a quitter and get bigger.
I'm Nikki. I'm here to give and get support because Lord knows I'm a mess still.
We all
I'm Alyssa. I'm here to listen and give support.
Fernando, here for listen and learn.
I'm Dre. I'm here to continue to better myself.
I'm Bianca. I'm here to get what I can learn.
Cool.
I'm Andrew. I'm here to get my mental and fitness back in my life.
JJ.
That table. Anybody? Yeah.
My name's Jessica. I'm here because this process has turned me into somebody that I didn't know I could be.
My name's Joe. I'm here to learn and grow physically, mentally, and emotionally.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here because I always learn from either something somebody shares or says or even just feels in this room.
I'm Loco. I'm here to stay consistent because the best is yet to come.
Mike, I'm here to find the best version of myself.
I'm Casey. I'm here for support and because I love the community here.
I'm Michael. I'm here because I love this place and it's just changed my life all the way around.
I'm Johnny. I'm here because I like this meeting and to stay consistent.
Back row. Wait.
Sheila.
Oh, I'm so, we got one more? Sorry.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and I come here because this is so much positive energy and a reality check all at the same time. And I really feel like this is a place to be on Thursday night, and it's like the best hour. So that's why I'm here.
That was good. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I am here for support and to be the healthiest and best version of myself.
Beautiful.
Hi, I'm Audra, and I come to support my son, Draven.
Oh, all right. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
This guy is the best dressed person in the building. Right?
No reflection of me, sorry.
You're good.
My name is Draven, and why I'm here today is because between my mother and Racing for Recovery, they've consistently shown me love, patience, and understanding. And I'm also learning empathy, gratitude, and humility.
I'm Anita, and I always leave better than I came.
I'm Allie, and I know that this is exactly where I need to be tonight.
Sure. Did you go, Sure?
I already witnessed that.
They did, right. I'm sorry. Go, Zach.
So, I'm Zach, and I'm here because I'm blessed to be alive and I'm able to hopefully listen and contribute.
I'm Joe. I'm here to stay connected to the community.
Dustin, I'm here to see my friend.
Roger, I'm here because I went through that work.
I'm Brian. I'm here because I love my life.
Good. Sir?
I'm
I'm Daniel. I was looking for a solution to my problem, and I found it here, so that's why I keep coming back.
My name's Todd. I haven't been doing this part of what I do in a long time, and I must say it's nice to be back sitting in this seat. I love this that we have going. This is pretty cool. It's going to get better. We're going to do some interactive things with people outside while the meeting's going on at some point, so it's just good to be back around awesome people. What do we do now? We'll read Dee's poem, right? Let's read Dee's poem, The Answer. It's been a while, sorry.
The Answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, and looks of trust as sorrow begins, racing for recovery.
Good stuff. Okay, a couple quick things. Who is, I'll say it this way. If you're currently receiving services with Racing for Recovery and living with us, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, everybody signs up for our 5K. No, you don't pay for it. Racing for Recovery pays for it, but that's when you sign up. Pick your shirt size, because everybody gets one of our cool hoodies and all that stuff. So do that tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then the big day is Saturday, October 23rd for our 20th annual 5K, which is pretty cool. So that's that. Couple congratulations. Where's Crystal Brown? Is she in here tonight? Where's Crystal? No? Wow. She's got 1 year, so congrats to Crystal. She got her picture taken, so we'll put it up on the site tomorrow with in front of that icon and stuff. Also, too, Heather, congratulations on running, I don't know how many miles that was, but
74.4 is what they had.
74 miles. Love it. And how long have you been on the good side? 2 years now?
2 years.
Beautiful.
Yep, and I started the runs with my 10K last year, so I think we've come pretty far together, haven't we?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so let's have a meeting. Does anybody have something you want me to do? Besides jumping jacks or any magic tricks I can't do? Okay, we're good? Nobody's? All right. So how about we do this? I don't think I've ever done this subject before. I heard a lot of people talking about support, and then I heard Jay say something about grace, which I love that word. So let's have a conversation on how surviving your trauma, and you don't need to go into details about that trauma unless you want to, but how has surviving your trauma helped you and your family to be at peace, to be happy, have trust again, whatever it is? How has surviving your trauma helped you be a better person? And how has that helped your family heal? All right? This is where you guys go. Yes, sir.
My name's Fernando. I just got something to say. I want to say sorry to everybody because I used to think it was effing coward, effing dumb, whatever, just to be addicted to something or to be depressed or to be suicidal and stuff like that. I'm ex-military. I got 2 deployments. So when I went and got deployed, I'm like, there's people that are doing this, doing that. How can they give themselves, they're free, they have freedom because of us, so how can they get to that point? Until I got to that point, and like I said, I just want to say sorry for ever accusing or thinking of someone to be that way, because I was a coward. And if you're here in this place right now, there's nothing coward about it, because you're trying to better yourself, try to do something for yourself. So that's all I had to say.
Well said, dude. Yeah. Well said. Well said. All right, keep her going. Who's up?
No way.
Go ahead.
Overcoming my trauma made me a better mother. I'm more present with my kids, and they can really sense emotion.
Sorry.
So they can tell when you're not emotionally present with them, and I just have been able to finally give them, what they need to become better humans, so that they don't have the same trauma that I had. That led me to this.
Beautiful. How do you feel as a result of doing that?
Amazing. Like I'm on cloud nine.
Beautiful. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dave?
Yeah, when I got here, I had to figure out what trauma actually was, what it was defined as, and who I was as a person. And that took a lot of time for me to figure out who I actually was and the decisions I wanted to make in my life. Following 30 years of hard and bad choices, that's difficult to do. But this path that I had, it got me connected to talk to my family again, to let them understand what I've recognized, and I got somewhat of a balance with them that I've overcame even in the last couple of months. Last month, so in the past, people would ask me, why do you drink? And I'd be like, I don't know, but you know what? Now I can say, why do I choose the things I do, and why do I act the way I do, and how happy I am today? It's just because the general feeling I have for myself, what I've overtaken, is more than anything I've ever lifted or anything else. Battling that hardship was a big backpack of shit that I, threw away on the highway. So, this is a good experience for me, and I'm very happy today.
Nice.
Josh, go ahead.
So for me, I don't know if it's about, I think you said surviving my trauma. It was more about coming to terms with it, or being okay with it, I guess is a better way to put it. What happened, happened. I can't do nothing about it. Don't got a time machine, can't go back in time. And I used to just beat the living hell out of myself every day over stuff that happened 10, 15 years ago for no reason other than I wanted to get high. That was the only reason. Gave me a reason to get high. And just being okay with it allowed me to be okay with myself, because I hated who I was. I hated every fiber of what I was doing and what I became. And once I was okay to be okay with me, then I could start having a relationship with my family. Then I could start having a relationship with other people. But until I took a very close and personal look at myself, things just didn't change.
Anita.
Surviving my trauma taught me everything that I went through taught me a lesson. I used to be a doormat. I played the victim role because I grew up in a traumatic, my whole childhood was traumatic, so I just grew this defense mechanism of like playing the victim to get what I needed, because that's how I learned to survive. And then into my adulthood, being traumatized in the way I was as an adult, I learned to stand up for myself and what I will and will not accept, and also how to attain things in a healthier way. There was more. I'm just so sweaty.
Anita, I was with Dan over, we were out of town for a couple of days, and he was informing me more about how you used to survive some of the things you did. We're in front of a lot of people. I know they won't know what I'm talking about, but you will. Something to do with a crate and the creativity behind that. And even in that dark life, that shows not only your intelligence, but it shows your persevering, your willingness that's now being those attributes are now effectively being applied in the life that you're building for yourself. Ton of respect for you for what you're doing.
The other thing I wanted to say, I can't remember. So sexual trauma, going through something like that. I'm a writer. I like to write. There's actually a book that is a daily meditation. Hazelden. I don't know if you know Hazelden book.
Yeah.
They're doing a new one for survivors of sexual trauma, and they're taking, like, you can put something you wrote into it, and they'll review it, and if they want to put it in a book. I've been seriously considering using the things that I went through to help people in the future in a daily meditation book, because their codependency books help. I read those every day, so that's something.
Do that. Good for you. Good stuff.
Brian.
For me,
Right.
it was a traumatic experience. A lot of us
Right.
had the same one.
Right.
But it was the gift of life to be returned to me. You know, it is a gift. Like,
Right.
like to take that and
Right.
really appreciate that. Help me to see moments,
No.
take them in. Like, really, like, look at the time, breathe in the air, to actually help feel moments now. You know what I mean? To feel the moment. You know, and so when I spend time with my kids or friends or anything, and just kind of slows time down a little bit. You know what I mean? As opposed to rushing through them. So that traumatic experience gave me a gift almost. You know what I mean? In return. You know, just to really appreciate the small things. I guess, you know, so I'm very thankful for that situation.
While we're carrying on with this, I forgot to mention this during the topic stuff, but going back to the words I heard with a lot of support and then grace. So if you want to, you can include in there how having the support of your families, you know, and friends, how that support helped you to have the courage and the grace to work on those traumas that is giving you the ability to talk the way you are today. Because it's like, we don't, yes, we're doing it, but if there's a reason why we're able to do it, and usually it's coming from support of other people and stuff, you know what I mean? Hence the makeup of this program that has families in it, right?
Allie.
Sorry, my chest hurts. Okay, so when I think of like how trauma has helped me, I think about the person that I was like when I didn't understand what like trauma was, and I didn't understand how trauma affected me. So I had this childlike mindset to like the whole world revolved around me. So I couldn't like understand my trauma because I couldn't wrap my head around the fact like, how could this person hurt me like this? How could this person do these things to me? And like I just felt like it was like all directed at me. And then once I started like learning things, I realized that 9 times out of 10, the people that I've been traumatized by in situations, they've been through their own shit. And it's formed them into the person that they are. Because I know that my trauma made me develop all these cognitive distortions, all these defense mechanisms. It made me angry. I harbored so much anger and hate inside of my body. And then once I could finally like realize the fact that like it's not all about you, Allie. These people aren't hurting you because they're trying to hurt you. These people are hurting you because they're fucking hurt. They're sick. They've been through shit that's made them who they are. And like realizing that was kind of like, you know, like a reality check for me. And then it finally got to the point where I was able to let go of all that hate and anger that I had harbored inside of me, because I realized that everyone that hurt me and the trauma that they had been through, I was taking that away from them and putting it in that wasn't my shit to carry. And I was carrying all of their shit, the bad shit. And then once I finally like understood that and then started working through the process of like understanding my trauma and finding healthy coping skills to actually cope with my trauma, figuring out how I did all these things and developed all these behaviors based on the trauma that I'd been through to try and protect myself. And finally getting to that point, I was able to let go of all that nastiness that wasn't even mine to carry to begin with.
Can you say that over
Andrew.
long time. I didn't never know what trauma was. So I played the victim role. Was in a lot of rage. I feel more back to myself. I haven't tried the vegan thing yet, but I've been working out, been getting my brain get ready for it. Following these rules, doing these steps. And tomorrow is my first day of going into IOP. I'm feeling good. I got me some steps from PHP. And the second time around, I'm taking recovery serious.
I just pinched.
Dude, that was good. So let's do something here. Mike, Shoemaker, please stand up a second. So once again, my boy has scanned one of our new t-shirts, which I like, okay? Wow. So I want to give another one of those out. I got a question for you guys. I want to see if somebody can figure this out. There's been at least 3, maybe 4 people who have said one common thing with respect to trauma. What is it? Russ?
I didn't know what it was.
Yes.
Sorry, I woke up. My bad, bro.
Well, you guys can cut the t-shirt in half, right?
No half-seats. No.
Let's do this for a second. Think of that. And I'm sitting up here, and the first time I heard it, I was like, okay. Then I heard it again and again, and I'm like, that makes me sad. How normalized this stuff can be. So when you guys start to, sometimes people wonder, I don't know how I got here. I'm like, are you kidding me? Listen to what you've been through. That's why you're here. It's not about the drugs or alcohol. And it blows my mind from a recovery standpoint that we're really the first program that's put a focus on this. You know? Looking at it from like, it's the trauma that led to smoking crack. It's not, oh, you're a horrible person because you're smoking crack and you just need to quit that. That doesn't work. Hence the recidivism of this over and over and over and over. Right? Understanding the impact of what you all, or we all, have been through and start to heal from that. Then you implement what we do here, you'll stay here. You won't have to come back here. Right? Keep going.
Draven. I couldn't agree more, Todd, as it's exactly what it was. Like we discussed in one of our former classes, it almost makes sense when trauma goes undealt with to use a substance because you're unhealthy and you're not sure how to handle all these emotions or these unhealthy behaviors. But a much more effective and healthy antidote is Race for Recovery. Something that, no, please. What my traumas have taught me, mainly the traumas that I've subjected myself to, is I'm very resilient. I can overcome anything I truly put effort towards, and that I must remain humble, because when I choose to go against the grain in like not a very healthy manner, let's just say in substance use, everything around me quickly falls apart. Another thing that going through and dealing with my traumas has taught me is how much my mother loves me. I have subjected her to my vicious ways, and throughout every step of the way, she has been there. Without a doubt, understanding, patient, and very loving. Just like Race for Recovery. And I never fully could understand that because I was always trying to have people understand me. And it was once I tried, or once I started to become understanding, it's changed my entire life. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Adam.
I feel like I never really until I wasn't like the guy here, and then started with my one-on-ones and all this stuff. Like I've had counselors and been in and out of hospitals, not psychiatrist stuff before, but like not even any of them people like approached anything at all the way it does here, to where like it actually like allows us to see what we've been through our damn selves, instead of somebody telling us, "Oh, you got this wrong with you, you got that wrong with you." Know what went wrong with you, not what is wrong with you. And like I always saw it as like fucking shit happens, right? Like shit, bad things happen in life. It's just how it is. Like it's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. Like I never got the label trauma put on it. And so like it's just I just figured and was taught to just take it on chin and go with. Like that's exactly what I did. Like my entire life. Like when my brother died when we were 14. Like to what happened in my deployment, to everything else that I've been through, not by been drugged through by other people as well as my damn self. And a lot of it was my own stuff generated by me because of the other crap I've been through and didn't know how to handle it and didn't realize that until I started doing stuff here. Like, but what it has done for me in a positive note is it has made me very, very self-reliant. Like, extremely independent. Like I don't need this person for this, I don't need this person for that. So if I'm hanging around it's because I want to be around you. I want you to be around me. Like I want to kick it. Like that's it. Like I don't need anybody here to hold my hand for a damn thing. Like I will get me one way or another. It's cool. Like, but and it's like also like made me appreciate the good times that I have had more than I would say normally would have had the other bad shit not consistently continue to happen in my life. It's allowed me to like revel in the bask in those moments of glory, like and like reminisce on them often and like bring it up with people that I've known for like 25, 26 years now. Like and so like this really gave me an appreciation for the people that have been in my corner the entire time from all of that to all of this here to now. Like it makes me appreciate the shit out of it so much more because they stuck around, they didn't tap out on me, and they didn't allow me to tap out on myself. Like no matter how bad it got, like so like it's brought me some really cool, solid core 6 people that I've known since before I've known y'all, and it's brought me people that I got here, like and it's cool. And I do work staying humble at like what I'm doing now, like how I'm getting things together, but like. I'm proud of what I'm doing, and I'm allowed to be proud about it, and you can be proud and humble at the same time. Like, I'm not boasting back, look what I'm doing, you need to do this because I did this, and it's nothing like that at all. Like, do you, but do you the right way for you and everybody around you. Like, that's what I'm doing for myself. And it's like, this place is giving me the opportunity to sort me the fuck out. Like, it's great. It's pretty awesome. Like, it would not have happened anywhere else. A lot of y'all know, like, I'm sure a lot of us have been to other places before, in other cities, in other states, doing other programs. Like I said before, it didn't work. If it did, we wouldn't be here. This place is just amazing. It's yeah. So like my trauma led me here to this point in my life. Like every decision I made and haven't made has led to this moment in time right now. That's like. Everything just culminated here. Like, and I could not be in a better position right now as far as how my life has gone to where it could have gone.
Beautiful. How long have you been here, sir?
I've been here since June, but I've been sober since April 3rd.
Good on you. That's a round of applause, right?
So, for me, my trauma taught me what peace looks like, in a way. Whether my trauma was self-induced, because I've been through some fucked up shit. But it showed me kind of to find the peace after it. You know, harboring on. I normalized trauma for so long. Like, oh yeah, that happened. It's no big deal. Or I gave it excuses to not heal in a way, heal from it. Whether it be the drugs or the alcohol, people, places, things. I think just after all of it and kind of taking that step back, because right now I'm in a peaceful state, so I'm gonna keep it that way. But you know, looking internally at the trauma, because chaos and destruction was my life for a long time. You know, I mean, probably since I was 7 years old. Whether it be my parents, my environment, me putting myself in specific places. I finally found peace once I accepted and forgave myself that, yeah, some of it was my fault, but not all of it was, like the baggage I carried for so long of other people's shit. Once I kind of identified what was mine, what wasn't mine, what I could let go, what I needed to work on, what I needed to work inward on, that's when I started to find that peace, and I held on to it. You know, this is a big one. My mom tried to take her life last week, so that was a hard one, but the biggest thing was the support, because she confided in me. She called me and told me what she was planning on doing. So I was able to help her and guide her through, because I have been through this shit. I have found my peace, and I was able to help her get out of her shit. Whew. So, to me, yeah, I normalized it for so long, and then seeing my mother go through it. Fuck. So, yeah, my trauma definitely shaped me. I'm resilient as fuck. I've been through so much, and somehow I bounce back, and I have a smile on my face, and I treat everybody the best I can, because I never want somebody to feel the way I did in that. So it's just, yeah, you know, somebody said one time, I was a little girl, and I said, everybody comes with their own pool of tears. So I try and hold that. So it's just, you know, I bounce back, and I try and do the best I can, and when I find that peace because of my trauma, I feel like I'm strong as fuck for it. So I'm just glad to be tonight to see the topic.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How'd you like that kiss?
It's fucking awesome. I got better seats than you did, though.
It's all right. I'm just the janitor around here. I got no treatment, right? No special treatment.
I almost touched Paul Stanley's phone.
Where you at? Jay, go ahead. That's Grace.
That was great.
That's Grace, right there. Absolutely, that's Grace. I'm noticing there's so many different kinds of trauma.
Yeah.
Tons of trauma. I didn't have a lot of trauma growing up. My trauma basically started when I was 15. I left home to play hockey in Canada. And if you had any talent, that's where you went a billion years ago. You know the hockey, how that worked. You know, I was very young, playing with 17, 18, 19-year-olds, and it was very stressful. There was a lot of anxiety. There was a wonderful side to it as well. But there was a lot of trauma. And then I did the corporate thing, and my trauma the last 3 years was self-induced trauma. I call it my self-induced crisis. And that's why I'm here. When it comes to grace, to me, grace is, there's a lot of definitions. Grace is, it's how you treat people in the way you want to be treated. It's in the Bible. There's a lot of ways you can look at it. It's how you treat yourself. To me, it's how you walk into a room, and it's the people who don't have grace you don't want to hang around with. You know, we talk about when you get out in the world and it's new places, new things for us, and people that you want to hang around with that are good people. They have whatever it is. I call it grace. It could be anything. It's being authentic. It's a lot of things. And I think if you treat yourself with grace, you can get through it, especially the stuff we're dealing with. And that's kind of how I look at it. And there's something about grace. It just seems like it's a calming, and it's an ease, and there's something about it. I know, I did triathlon professionally, and I love them because I was on a team forever. And when I got on a bike, I know you can appreciate this time. When I got on a bike and I'm sitting on my bike for 3 hours by myself, it was heaven, absolute heaven. And to me, that's grace. And there's something about it. It's just very authentic, and it's just, there was always something about it. And it's just heaven, you know, something about it. And I think the part I really am excited about, and I'm not making this sound as a joke or anything, but part of me becoming an alcoholic and then turning into becoming recovery is I'm almost glad I did it, that I'm having these troubles, because I'm learning a lot more about myself that I didn't know. Somebody made a really good comment earlier this morning or yesterday, and I wrote it down. I don't have it with me, about this little journey that she's going on, and I can't remember what she said, but it's kind of a blessing because she's learning more about herself. I'm 60 years old. I'm learning stuff I didn't even know I knew from all you guys. And it's kind of exciting, you know, in a way. Really, I mean, waking up excited when sometimes it sucks, but it's exciting at the same time, you know.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here. So.
Where'd you play juniors up there?
I played in Toronto, and then when I was 17, I got traded to a team in Vancouver, so I had to go all the way over to the west. But it was a wonderful experience. It was a double-edged sword, but it was great at the same time. And then I played in Detroit. In 1977, they made a rule, because we were getting paid, major, junior, they made a rule. In 1977, if you played in 78, I'd be ineligible because I'd be a professional, so I had to leave. I played December 31st, 1977, and I played in that league with Little Caesars and Patacool Saints and all that stuff.
I could carry this on into
Yeah,
kids' league, but I won't. But we will.
That's the connection that got me here.
Absolutely. So I want
very lucky.
Jay talking about the connection of getting here. I want to say this.
Yeah. Very lucky.
It was probably, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago now. I made a comment in the Sylvania support group meeting. Ellie, did you ever go to that one in Sylvania at the church?
Duh.
Okay. Anyway, that's where Racing for Recovery got started. I made a comment about my own stuff. And I said, I'm glad that this happened to me because it's given me everything that I have today. And I had some people that were shocked that I said that. And some people, a couple parents that I've known a long time, were actually mad that I said it the way I did. And I said, my thing I went through has created this whole thing, and I was fortunate enough to hear that right now. So this is, and it takes grace to get to that point where you can look at what we've been through with like, man, I'm glad that happened, and not fighting it anymore. Because when you quit fighting it, it just becomes like a warm blanket. And this is the stuff, when I was first seeking help with drugs and alcohol, which, to be honest with you, I should have been doing this when I was 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, but that's not how therapy went back then. They threw you some blocks and said, draw me a picture, which didn't work too well for me. But I created this because I wanted someone to do what I'm doing for other people to make. Ask me, what's wrong? Not, I forget who said it, Adam did, not, this is wrong with you. What's the matter, dude? Why are you drunk and throwing bricks through everybody's window? Well, because I'm pissed off. Well, why is that? Well, I'm hurt and I don't know how to deal with it. These are the questions that I wanted someone to ask me, not tell me how screwed up I was from doing drugs. I think we all know that. Why are we doing drugs? Nobody ever asked me that. That's why this whole thing got started. And look what it's turned into. Please don't be afraid of talking about that. That's what you're here to do, right? You don't have to get into details in a live stream support group meeting, but at some point, see somebody here that can help you do that. Carry on.
Taylor. All right, so I'm going to revise what I said now.
Oh, you only get one chance.
I know it.
Go ahead, you can have a duel.
That was the first one, so I was a little nervous.
That's okay, go ahead.
So, I don't think I've healed from my trauma. I think I have healed from my withdrawal. Like, I have gotten through that part, but I'm still in the beginning. And I don't come to Racing for Recovery. This is my second meeting, and I'm in love, but you're right. And I've heard so many people say that they didn't get it right until they came here. But I've never had anyone, you know, I was assigned a trauma counselor, and I've never once talked about my trauma, which makes no sense. But I can't even pinpoint half the stuff I'm probably angry about or that led me to my addiction, because I have yet to dive into that. So I had more points to this, but I kind of want to come here.
You're welcome to come here, and that was a good do-over. You did well. So you're just coming here for the support group meetings, correct?
Allie invited me.
Wow.
And yeah, it's my second meeting, and it's just amazing. It's real. It is real. You know what I mean? It's not reading from a book that was written however long ago. That's not even relevant anymore or relatable, and you know, it's also hard when, like, the better meetings, I guess, are AA meetings, but I'm not an alcoholic. I got my other issues, and there's really not a lot of support around here. Like, you would think there would be, but there's really not good support. And this is a great meeting. I have been looking forward to coming back all week. So, Allie is awesome. No, I want to like transfer
She wants to go here.
Yeah.
You can go here. The school's open. Go ahead.
Loco.
As the trauma and not knowing it was trauma, when my trauma started, it started before I knew anything. But as it continued, I knew it was trauma. I knew there was something wrong. I knew something wasn't right. I knew it wasn't legal. I just knew. But then as I reached out to people and tried to let them know what's going on, children services, family members, and it was all, well, you must be the problem. It's got to be you. So then, that belief in trauma changed my beliefs to life. That's how life was. I just, they got raised that way. I'm Mexican. That's the way, we were. So then my belief was just like, that's life. And then as it continued to go and go, my belief changed. It was me, that I was worthless, that I was just, this is what I get, you know what I mean? The neglect, just the isolation I had, so it just changed it. So when I started using drugs and alcohol, I was starting to get feelings I never felt before, the hugs that I never had, all that, and alcohol and drugs, and I didn't know at the time that I was using because of that. But then I used what I believe was myself as a cry for help, for people to get pity, get sympathy, to get a connection, to have people feel something about me that I never had somebody feel before. So that, you know what I mean? And when that didn't work, the pity I got was through alcohol and drugs. I stayed high to feel sorry for myself and to believe that I'm allowed to do this because I'm worthless. I'm a piece of shit. I had a fucked up life because it's my fault. You know what I mean? So having that belief for so long that I was worthless, never really gave me an opportunity. I never gave myself an opportunity to feel something more than nothing. So speaking of saving grace, my saving grace was when I came, finally, before I came here, my saving grace was actually telling myself, I always try to tell myself, I got something, I'm better than this, there's so much more to me. I have a big heart, I'm a hard worker. I got all these good qualities, but I'm worthless, so it don't matter. So until I kept telling myself that I'm better than this, and then once in my life believing it and giving myself a chance to prove to myself, to everybody who shit on me my whole life, that I was something, that was my saving grace. But then after that, the part was to get rid of all that bullshit, because everybody used to always say, oh, get over it, that's life, blah, 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 get over it. And I'm like, how can I get over it? Every time I see scars on me, it flashbacks. So I smell the air, and it reminds me of all this shit, so I always thought it was going to be stuck with me. And, so I always feel sorry for myself, and I hated feeling that because it reminded me of the love that I didn't get from people when I wanted to feel sorry, for them to feel sorry for me. So, I don't know what, I'm kind of sorry. I'm just saying that, once I was able to realize that it wasn't my fault, and that I gave myself a chance, and I believed that I was worth something more than what I was allowing myself to be, and acknowledging that, like Ellie said, Anita said that people, that they have issues, they're hurting, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, it might have been life to them, but it wasn't right. So it wasn't okay, justified for them to do that to me, So I can't blame them. So once I quit blaming people and having that hatred, it's like my mom, when I first met my real mom, I started smoking crack with her.
Not here yet.
When I started hate myself for that. I blamed her. You know, until I came here, I opened my eyes and said that was my choice to smoke with her. She didn't force it on me. She just did it, and I joined her. So I can't be mad at nobody but myself. So once I started letting all that go, all that, you know, anger and blame on everybody else, and started looking at it for what it was, you know, trauma on one hand and choices on the other. That was my saving grace. But, you know, on top of actually believing that I am better than, I am something, I'm not worthless. That's not life, that was just, that's all.
That's good.
Thank you, Lolo.
You gotta say that.
All these years I thought you were Irish.
We have 5 people in 5 minutes. We can go over a little bit, but we want to make sure we get everybody in. Just be cognizant of the time. Go ahead.
Heather.
Yeah, I'll make it short and sweet as I can. So for me, my trauma is
Where does goes to Java?
all I can say is thank you so much, because unconditional love is what I have now because of that. It's like the most incredible experience to come in here and be able to start experiencing emotions that I never had. Like a lot of people talked about, I was so angry and hurt, and I had things happen to me that for people that were hurting too. And the most incredible thing is to have people that really care about you, that love you before you love you. And to have people that are your sister, your brother, your dad, if you were, you know, and with that, some of those situations for me hurt me so bad before with the, you know, the father I had. I don't talk about that much, but for me, to be able to have forgiveness and peace, it's what's led me to come as far as I have today. It's amazing. It is amazing to have that because of this place, because that's what this place does. Instead of re-traumatizing yourself and continuing to find hurt, you find healing. You find belief and faith in yourself, because you see it in everyone around you that fights to heal and become more. And then you know that you can, when you come out of here, you know you can. It's not going to get easier, but you know you can go after what you truly believe in, because you let go of all that stuff. And you don't have all that weighing you down. It's healing that you continue to choose throughout your life. I can be going through the hardest things and still find peace because of this place. So when I was out there, every single person that I've had in my experience in the last few years, thank you. Because doing those miles is just a fortitude that I have for the life that I'm living, that I'll continue to keep living because of everyone here. I am so grateful. I cannot express in words. Just thank you. So
Good on you. You just did. Good job.
sorry.
You're good.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'd like to just say, I found out being here, Raising for Recovery, that trauma can also be a blessing.
Absolutely.
And hearing your story kept me here, kept me grounded, and you gave me a chance to share my traumas and proof. And it wasn't until then I was able to realize that wasn't my fault. You know, putting the drugs down were easy. Everyone in here at Rick for Recovery was going through something. If you hadn't gone through anything, you wouldn't be here. And it's just only through the grace of God that I can sit here and say, thank God for your trauma, or we wouldn't even be here. I've been wanting to tell you that. I sent your book to Indonesia. That's where my daughter is. And my daughter read your book. And she said, Dad, my trauma was a blessing. And the way she said it, it made me think about you. I said, what you went through is what we all going through. You've been there. That's how you're so able to understand. No, you understand where we are. They don't just have places like this. No place. There's no place like this where you can get this type of understanding of yourself. I didn't know what the fuck was going on with me until I sat down with you. And it's through the grace of God that I'm living my best life now. Because you took the time out to ask me about my trauma. I never even knew it. And I've been through so much, like you guys have. And it's only through the grace of God that God put someone in my life that helped me to help myself. So, I just thank God. Thank God.
How many people get an awesome text from this dude to start their day?
I message back.
Right? How many people message him back?
Every day, Curtis.
I'll wait till I see him.
Here we go. It's good stuff. I'm proud of you.
It wasn't like copy and paste.
Bianca. Cool name. Go ahead.
My trauma helped me become who I am today. Not saying that it defines me, but it helps me make choices that I make today to know where I don't want to go back to. So that's all I want to say with that I passed.
Beautiful. Thanks for coming. Kate.
I feel how I am in a space where the narrative around trauma has gone for me from post-traumatic stress because this happened to me to post-traumatic wisdom because this happened before.
Kate, were your ears ringing today? They should have been because we were talking about you in group today. And it was actually good. So, right? We were talking about Goodwill Hunting and all of that out there.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff. Okay, before we wrap up and somebody's going to read our closing poem, I got a couple things. If you like this meeting tonight, can you please share the live stream on your social media so more people can watch it? Woo! It would be really cool. Right? I mean, if you think about it, no one really cares what you ate for lunch today. Put something decent up there that can actually help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Who has our closing poem? Craigie, go ahead.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters. Number 1, I walk down the street. Sidewalk, I fall in, I'm lost, I'm hopeless. This is my fault, it takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. Pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it's not my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there, I still fall in. It's a habit, my eyes are open. I know where I am. It isn't my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street.